All right, I just ended a vlog here at Fellows Lake. I am currently leaving, about to hit Highway 65. Today was pretty nice, actually. Right now it's pretty cloudy, but it's supposed to rain a little bit later, so that's why I'm leaving. And I don't think it's gonna be very nice looking afterwards, anyways. But I do need to go home. I need to do my work at home and actually get some stuff done. This morning I met with someone at a church, and they were asking some sound questions, live sound, and kind of combining with streaming. So they're going to stream through like an iPad, and they're just asking, I think, general questions. They're not tech people like I am, so that's why they came to me. And it was good seeing the person again. She catered for a few of the sets I was on, and she's probably the best caterer around here. I think so. But yeah, it was a pretty simple thing. It was they're trying to run through an outboard. They're trying to run through a mixer going out into an iRig, and it's a newer iRig. I think it uses batteries, because the one I have doesn't use batteries. I think the one I have is meant for guitars, so it's like high impedance inside, and then goes into maybe your phone or your tablet. But iPhones these days don't have the headphone jacks anymore, so you have to use adapters and all this garbage, which is stupid. But it was pretty simple questions, and I was asking, I told her everything that you want to hear into the iPad, you had to make sure it be sent into the mixing board. And I use traffic as an example. Like, if you need to go from point A to point B, if there's no road there, you can't get there. That's basically it. That's the basis of sound in the end. People think it's really, really, really complicated, but it's not. It's very, very simple. Until you get to the engineering part, which probably 98% of people actually do. Those who really get into the engineering stuff are the real nerds like me. But it's real simple. And the main concept that I was taught, and I teach everyone else, is every output feeds an input. You have to think about that. You have to just remember that when you're doing stuff. And that's not just for sound. For video, it's the same thing. There's an output here. There's going to be an input when you put it in. Wow, the sun's really nice right now at me. So you shouldn't be thinking super high complex stuff like, but this is that, and this is that. There are some factors, of course. My camera just screwed up on me. Stupid phone. There are some factors, of course, that plays in, like, for example, mic level and line level. You kind of have to know what that is a little bit, but that's like the minor parts of things, which made me think this morning when I was thinking about sound stuff. Obviously, I'm always just thinking about sound stuff. I was thinking about how much I know, and my first time learning all this stuff, because I keep seeing posts about how do you do this, and there are people who help. I help too as best I can, but at the same time, I thought these people knew what it was. but then I don't know them too. So like, it's not like I instantly know. But I'm speaking specifically like DJs. Some DJs, they want to stream, and they don't know how to stream, and they probably get to do software stuff, and they don't know how to set it up. Especially for streaming. Streaming is like a whole new ballpark when it comes to this technology stuff. So they ask those questions. And when it comes to sound stuff, for me, like sound has become kind of second nature to me. And I just kind of know the stuff. Like, I just know what to do. I just know how loud it is. I know how much gain I need for my microphone, stuff like that. And I utilize that to do the craft I need to do, like whether it's a film, whether it's something this or that, live sound, whatever. And it should be a second thought in the end. And I think that's what our profession is really like a dumbs down to. All the cool technical stuff that we all geek out on, eventually we just have to know, we just have to do it. And we shouldn't be geeking out on stuff anymore afterwards, But technology comes out every year, so like we always will geek out on stuff. It's just obvious that we're gonna do it. Danger driving. But speaking more about sound, I still don't understand why sound is a difficult concept to grasp for a lot of people. At the beginning, I didn't know anything. I had to research everything. YouTube was just becoming popular in learning all that stuff. And I had to learn it too. So I kind of use YouTube as a resource. I did it myself too. You have to do it yourself to really learn. Just like almost anything. It's not just you look it up and you learn instantly. It's like cooking, You can't just be like, oh, I'm not a cook now because I watch Gordon Ramsay all the time. No, you gotta actually do it and then make mistakes and learn from the mistakes. And sound stuff, people always make mistakes in the beginning. I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. But I learned from it. And that's what we need. That's what everyone needs to do. Oh, God. Driving on highway. Danger. And the mistakes is probably a thing that people are afraid of most of the time. They're afraid to make mistakes, so they don't try to do anything, or they don't try to do it, which is terrible. You should not be trying to get into a field when you're afraid all the time to do something. It's like, I'm gonna use this example, which might not be the best example, but it's like when you want to talk to a girl or a guy, if you're a girl that's watching this, to that person, you're like, oh man, I want to talk to them, go and get to know them, maybe go on dates. So hit on them, Like, people are usually afraid, like, oh my God, what if they say no? Oh my God, what if they say this? Oh my God, what if they don't like me? You'll never know unless you try. And it probably takes some guts to do something like that. It's very difficult for us guys to go to a girl and be like, hey, how you doing? And I like an idiot. When the sound world, or let's just talk about media world in general, like, you just got to do it. And Some or most of the time, it actually takes investments. Like you have to buy the gear, you have to, risk something. I've done a lot of that. I risked a lot of my money, and a lot of it went down the drain because I have a bunch of microphones at home that I don't use. I have microphones for drums I don't use. I've probably only used it twice in my entire career because I don't have a studio. And if I record in the studio, they probably have a microphone for me anyways. So you have to take that risk. You have to know your limits. Obviously, if taking risk through money, budget it properly and don't go broke doing it. And when you're buying it, make sure you think to yourself how much will I utilize this? Will it be utilized well? For example, my Zoom F1, when I got it, I asked that question. But then after I asked that question, I was like, I need to do this. I really want to go out and vlog again. I need a lane change. For some reason, Springfield traffic is semi-dangerous. It's not like big city traffic, but people drive weird. But yeah, talking about the Zoom F1. Yeah, when I was buying it, I was like, man, should I really get this? But I want to do the vlog, like I said. And I'm glad I'm doing it. It's making me feel better. I'm actually getting out. In this case, the Fellows Lake, they have a trail, but I've never done the trail, and I didn't want to do the trail. I just want to go there and record stuff. And I'm glad I did. This video's going kind of long. 13 minutes already. Okay, whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate through traffic as well while talking to you guys. Even though I'm talking to nobody, I'm talking to my phone. But yeah, risk taking, that's something isn't done much anymore. Past few years, I've done a lot of risk taking. Some of it I didn't, just because I didn't want any potential to lose my job, whatever, because that was all I had at the moment to survive. And the jobs that I would have called in for, it didn't really pay well, if at all. So I didn't really want to do it. Very last minute too. So most of the reason is because the people I work with, I don't want to screw them over. When I call in, everything goes to hell. I quit the job already, and it's already gone to hell. I'm not saying I'm the best and they need me and stuff like that, but I tend to keep a positive attitude towards my team when I'm there. The team, not my team. The team. And right now, I'm taking a huge risk. I've quit that job. I'm going to school again for my master's. And the job I have, one of it's, at the school, it's a GA. And the other one, it's all the way in Branson. So I have to drive 40 minutes every day. Not every day I work, to Branson. And that's a lot of gas. So that's a risk. So we gotta take risks. Going to school is basically a risk. College-wise, not exactly. Like high school, middle school, that's not a risk. You gotta go because your parents made you go. But I think that's all I'm going to talk. My mouth is getting dry. Should have had some water before I talked. But that's all that was on my mind. So hopefully the vlog that I just made will come out soon. And you guys can enjoy it. See you guys.